closeout game. How difficult is that final win of the series?
Just as tough as any other game to win in the playoffs. It's very difficult to win in the playoffs, no matter if it's a closeout game or game one. It's just, I mean, it takes everything. It takes maximum effort, concentration, in order to win a playoff game. So you shouldn't put no more pressure on you just because it's a closeout game or not. You go out with the same mindset as you had the whole series, and it'll give you the best possible chance to win.
LeBron, is there a different feeling walking into this building after that shot the other day, or is it the same as always?
No, it's the same as always. For us as a unit, we have to execute. We have to demand excellence from each other. And if we play Cavs basketball, we're gonna give ourselves a good chance to win tonight.
Do you have to tell some of the guys who haven't been in this situation before that to remind them that, hey, it's not 2 games we got to get 1 game. Let's focus on now. Is that a concern?
No, I don't think it's a concern because we didn't do that in Game 4 of our first round series. We went out with the mindset of let's just play this game. We played as hard as we can. We execute as best as we can, and we live with the results. I think obviously we got a young team, probably, like I continue to say, the youngest team in the postseason as far as experience. But guys understand, what tonight, entails. You only can focus on the present. You can't put everything in the future. You don't know what the future holds.
After seeing the film, what were some of the keys about you shooting at a high percentage?
The ball went in.
Were you picking the right spots on the floor, getting good feeds from teammates? What else was it?
Every spot on the floor for me is the right spot. The ball just went in.
Ron, I know you've played the Bulls, I think, in 4 different series now, so I understand that. But when you come in here, when you play in the playoffs, do you ever think about Michael? Do you ever think about where you are compared with Michael, things like that?
I do think about what he was able to accomplish, but I don't think about the comparable. I don't focus on that. But definitely on the national anthem, things of that nature, I get caught looking up there and looking at the championship banners and looking at his jersey retired. Absolutely, it's impossible for me not to. Just the guy that I always admired and looked up to growing up.
He in the 80s and 90s, he did to Cleveland kind of what you've been able to do to Chicago thus far. I mean, do you recognize the parallel there?
I guess not really. I mean, I don't know. I don't really like, kind of base my career off someone else's and what they was able to do to a certain franchise. For me, the seedings, how they are when I just happen to be aligned with these guys multiple times, and I just try to be successful, not only against this franchise, but against any franchise in the postseason.
You're obviously, you're busy, he's busy. Do you ever talk to him?
Yeah, I talked to him a few times.
When you've been in this position of closeout, you haven't lost a series. When you've had 2 chances to close them out, you haven't lost a series in almost 10 years. What do you make of that? Why is
that? I don't know. I mean, we've been able to win. I don't know. For me, it's just I love the moment, and I just try to not waste the opportunity. I mean, it's always going to work out that way. No, I mean, it's going to be series where you're up, you're down. It's going to be series where you can close out and win. It's going to be series where you can close out and win. You just don't do it. I mean, for me, my mindset is just to try to go out and win every game. And obviously, have I been able to do that? No. But that's always been my mindset, and I try to do whatever it takes out on the floor. When I'm out there with my guys, I try to help them succeed, and that's all I can do.
LeBron, with what you did here last game, brings back a lot of memories of different playoff games in the Cavs uniform. Do you really just relish that role of having those experiences? And does one stand out, whether it's that Pistons series, the Orlando shot, this shot?
I don't know. It's not just, one shot doesn't always stick out in my mind. And for me, I talk to a good friend of mine all the time, and I don't think I'll be able to really look back and see what I'll be able to accomplish till I'm done playing the game. Because I'm always, after the fact, I'm always trying to figure out ways I can improve the next time out, my next opportunity. So, when I'm done playing the game, I'll be able to sit back and rewatch some games, rewatch some moments, and maybe be able to appreciate it a little bit more.
You mentioned the difference for you was just shots going in. Did you see a noticeable difference with Kyrie from Game 4 to Game 5?
His shots went in as well. He wasn't moving any better than he did the whole series. He was able to get some good looks, and he nailed them. And you know, he was able to get into the lane early, get some of his flip shots going, get into the, you know, get in transition and get some of his layups going. You know, it's one of the great. I think he's the best finisher underneath the rim in our league, and you know, he was able to get some of them to go. And you know, he just trusted his mechanics. He just trusted everything he's always worked on, and he was able to knock them down.